fellow creatures and wild things, I am Cheyenne or Earthy Arts and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be continuing the 20 artworks that I started in the last video, which are due at the end of the semester. I am currently in my junior year at the Hite, and in my painting class, one of our assignments for like our homework or whatever is to create 20 pieces by the end of the semester. They're pretty much supposed to be, I guess, like concept work, getting out of your comfort zone, trying new things, stuff like that. Just small pieces that you can do on the side of your bigger pieces. But since I like to make things complicated for myself, these are going to be very nice pieces. But in doing so, that means that it's going to take a lot longer for me to do these. So I'm trying to fit 20 artworks in the span of 14 weeks while giving myself 4 weeks to work on my final, which is 3 6-foot paintings. So I have decided that I need to do 2 artworks every weekend, but we have a vacation or whatever coming up this weekend, so I will not have time to work on 2 pieces, so I'm trying to get 4 done, and it is halfway through the day at the time that I'm recording this, and I don't even have 1 done. I like the one that I'm doing, but I feel like I should probably just focus on pumping them out at this point because, as the teacher said, that you don't have to show these to anybody. I like to because I'm a perfectionist and everything that I do has to be perfect or else I end up throwing it away. But they're not supposed to be perfect, so technically I can rush through them and they don't have to look great. I want them to be products in the future, so that's why I'm making them look great, but I think I'm just gonna focus on this flower artwork that I'm working on right now. I'm gonna make this one look the best out of all of them because I already think that it looks amazing, and then I'll focus less on like detail and I guess not really study the pictures as much for my other artworks because they need to get done a bit quicker than this one has been taking me. But another thing that I wanted to go over, which I ended up like, I guess skimming over in my last video for like maybe 10 seconds, was that I ended up getting a studio. I did decorate it a little bit, but the walls are very flimsy, so push pins don't really work that well on some of the walls, which is very unfortunate, so I think I'm going to have to get that like blue sticky tack stuff for the backs of my artworks where I can't pin it into like the wobbly walls. But I really want to have all 20 of these pieces on like one wall. I feel like that would look really cool, and the sun is getting really bright right now. I can barely see, but I'm currently working on a piece for that class that is due February 2nd or 4th or something like that, the first week of February. It was originally going to be a 3-foot painting because I have some scrap wood from my 6-foot paintings because they came on 8x4s. But then I found out that it is due in like 2 weeks. I was just like, I cannot get a 3-foot painting done in 2 weeks. So I have had to change my plan, and I had to do that in the span of like 30 minutes because I have figured that out before class. I was like, oh, I don't have a plan and I'm supposed to be working on this piece in class, so I'm gonna have to concept sketch some stuff during lunch before class, and I did end up figuring out what I was going to do, and I'll likely show a progress picture or the finished product in my next like art vlog or whatever, just to show you guys what I'm working on in the studio, because all the stuff that I'm working on in these videos is pretty much the stuff that's in like my home studio, not like the school studio, so it's more, I guess, relaxed, more nature-based artworks, because even though my portfolio pieces do include like nature-based elements, that is not the whole point of the portfolio, because the portfolio focuses on like religious trauma and in specific communities like queer communities and stuff like that, and how it affects the connection and the lack of connection that we experience within religion. And so a lot of my pieces, since I do like incorporating nature in my pieces, they have these like anthropomorphic animals and stuff. Those pieces have more conceptual based compositions than these pieces that I'm working on right now, like these flowers. These flowers are just basically a nature study that I can use for prints and whatever, what have you. So they're not super conceptual, they're just, I like drawing flowers. I'm gonna draw some flowers because my teacher said we can draw whatever we want, so I'm drawing flowers. And I was also planning on doing the backgrounds for all of these, but since I've stated that it is the middle of the day and I haven't even completed one of these and I need to complete 4 today. I don't think I'll be able to do backgrounds for every single piece. It'll likely be the case that I will do the backgrounds for a couple of them, leave a couple of them blank if I'm running behind, but if I am like caught up on stuff, I want to try and get the backgrounds done because I feel like a piece feels more finished with a background and it just has more of like a vibe to it and it's not this like desolate plant on like a white surface. And like I do like the artworks where people do that, but like for me, my pieces feel finished when they have a background. Even though I can't do detailed backgrounds and they're all blurry, I still like that aspect in the back of the artwork, kind of like tie in the piece and just finish it, I guess. So I usually just try and start with the backgrounds usually because as soon as I get the details in the front, I don't really feel like doing the backgrounds and that's why I do them first. That way I just get them out of the way. But I guess if I'm already thinking that I'm not going to do backgrounds on these other pieces, I might as well start with the stuff in the foreground. I would like to do backgrounds, but I don't think it's feasible in the amount of time that I have. So some of them might just be on a white background. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Be sure to subscribe and to like this video if you actually enjoyed it, and leave a comment if you want to say hi because I will gladly say hi back. I have literally nothing else to do, so if you comment and say hello, I will say hi back. But thank you guys for watching. Bye!